A very wise person once told me, everybody I see is fighting a battle I know nothing about, so be kind. But if that battle is building a good commander deck, mock them relentlessly. We're here for that second part. This week, I've got a Gluntch deck that appears based entirely upon the phrase, but will you let me hit though? After which we've been called in to help a Torbran deck having a mid-height crisis. After that, it's a Meren deck that proves time heals all wounds except being a jackass. And finally, we've got a Gimbal deck that's sabotaging itself like it's trying to get out of a draft. For everybody who subscribes, I will be giving my editor one piece of single-ply toilet paper. Thank you very much. Mango, play the f***ing track. How to play this deck. TLDR: 1. Deceive. 2. Do steroids. 3. Girl boss. I love that. A deck that is without haters is very impressive to me. Your deck has one hater, and that hater is me. Give myself hexproof, protect my guys. Okay, Gluntch definitely has to stay on the field. Real estate, 31 lands, which 34 total. That's probably fine for a 3-mana commander if your ability to gaslight is pretty good. Only 6 pieces of ramp is interesting. Then here's roids. So enchant something to get bigger, enchant something with flash. Death touch and untap is actually, this is a really good combat trick. Double strike and Voltron all over my Okay, we have a lot of ways to deal double strike, which is definitely how we should go if we're trying to do commander damage. So we have 11 other pieces of ramp. That's probably pretty holy shit, you hate the table. How do you gaslight this effectively? This is just, oh my god, this is true hater shit. This has been received very well at my table, they say, as they calmly sweep all of the cardboard off the table in front of them. I do think this makes sense if you position yourself as, I'm not Selesnya Stompy, I am Selesnya Problem Solver, and then you bring out the Stompy later. I can see how if you like, hey, do we not want that Esper player to reanimate Valgavoth? What if I just Calamity's Wake them real quick? Oh, that infect player is gonna get you. Let me just condemn them really fast. I kind of like this. I think this deck is probably, oh, you going to hell. Oh, you are going to hell, brother. There is no commander card you can put in your deck or no card you can take out that will make up for you being able to make somebody laugh or just being able to convince somebody that you're really on their side, bro. Just, hey man, let me generous gift that other commander. That thing looks fucking scary. What am I even gonna do to you? Gluntch? I'm gonna give you counters, bro. Come on, man, we're in this together. Die! Me when the judgment comes, but I'm just a chill guy, and everybody forgives me from it. I'm gonna cast Farewell, but I'm just a chill guy. I think the lack of draw is pretty optimistic. If you have the utmost faith in yourself, for sure, but the only draw being either Gluntch or Rishkar's Expertise tells me that your table does not give you too many problems. Sure, Bountiful Promenade. So turn 2. So this is our first lesson in being an effective gaslighter. We have Psychic Paper. We're not going to play Psychic Paper because as soon as we play Psychic Paper, the table is gonna know that it's on and poppin'. Turn 3. We'll just play Gluntch, dude, because we're chill like that. We're gonna give ourselves treasure tokens just because we're a chill guy. We have a good blocker and we don't want to discard the hand size. So somebody else gets a card, somebody else gets a 2 1/1 counters. Next turn, play the Shire. We have 6 mana. I'm just gonna protect Gluntch, dude. I'm a chill guy. I'm hanging out. I'm such a chill guy. I'm gonna get rid of the guy who played Rhystic Study because that was rude. That was crazy that guy played Rhystic Study. And I'm just gonna give myself the treasure tokens again. This is the point where I think we feel the pain of not having the card draw. The most aggressive thing we can do to drive our game plan forward is bam, Raised by Giants. This is now a 15-20. We're very scary, but we still need 2 hits on each player to remove them from the game. And now we are public enemy number 1. Good ramp spell, but we're falling into the pit that a lot of decks fall in, which is we've gotten a good start and we are now drawing our deck in the wrong order. Card draw spells are really, really important to fix instances of My deck is a lot of good cards. I don't always need a random card. Sometimes I need a specific card. In this instance, we really, really badly need an instance of double strike. We need to go bink bink, or we need to somehow get 6 additional power onto here. Like maybe Umbra armor, so somebody tries to kill it, we get rid of the armor. Okay, I'm still a 12-12. And then end of our turn, we give ourselves another card, and now we're just hitting a ton of lands. Let's say we stuff the next removal effect. At this point, we've probably beaten at least one person to death. We've spent about 3 turns. Since turn 5, we've been in the Twilight Zone, where the only way to assume that this deck gets to play good Magic is by assuming that our opponents are playing bad Magic. And that always worries me. I really like the angle of, I'm just a chill guy, I'm solving problems, we're gonna scry that away. We have protection, which is great. We're gonna reveal a forest because we're just a chill guy hitting our land drops. I'm gonna put 2 counters on Gluntch because I'm chill like that. Somebody else draw a card, somebody else ramp. Come on, it's all love here. Oh my god, somebody spent their 2 treasure counters to play a really f***ed up commander. I'm gonna handle that for the table. So I'm helping. End of turn. I think we make, I'm just gonna 4-9 flyer, dude. I just want a big butt. I just can't have the Galta player killing me. You know how it is. I'm just a chill guy. We get the Umbra again. We're a 7-12 now. We can't Rishkar yet. Oh, holy shit, that other, oh my god, that one guy's getting really far ahead. I'm just a chill guy, man. I'm gonna hit you for 7 because I'm so chill. So we have 7 on one player and we have nothing on another. And now we draw 7 and we cast something for free. Well, 5 or less for free. I mean, I'm a chill guy, so I'm gonna play Boseiju Reaches Skyward. And I'm just gonna get some forests, dude. I just want my land drops. We would make, I think in any real world situation, we make Gluntch indestructible. Go draw 7, do nothing. NGL Gluntch, but he got hands is a funny concept. I do think it's funny. I disagree, Inscrutable, that commander damage is a douche move. I think commander damage is really good. I wish more tables were more understanding of somebody dying early. I think the most unhealthy thing that goes on in most casual commander pods is the idea that all 4 players should make it to the end and that all 4 people should start dying at roughly the same time. Because the problem is when you have 4 people who all have access to 6 or more lands, it's really difficult to close out a game, especially if nobody's running combo. It's so hard because everybody has something to do. Everybody has some kind of response to anybody trying to build the winning board state. My experience with games go way better if you're willing to make it a tripod early, because then the dominoes start falling. It starts becoming less optimal to hold your stuff back and you start needing to shoot faster. So I like how this is playing. I am inclined to agree with the cards you have. You can definitely hit somebody with the I'm just a chill guy strategy. The quality of our cards is really bad. If you need to play for commander damage, you have to play a bunch of really terrible cards, because commander damage cards are generally inclined towards a strategy of I'm gonna punch you so fucking hard. And a lot of other commander decks are doing Dragon Ball Z stuff, which is I'm going to punch you so hard it shatters reality. Or I'm going to punch you with a laser the size of a planet. Voltron decks are normally trying to do Jujutsu Kaisen stuff, while other decks are doing Naruto Dragon Ball stuff, and they just can't keep up. And we really, really need the draw, because again, if we had double strike, this shit's over, bro. Things this deck could use to continue pretending to be a chill guy. Zenith Chronicler. This is a great way to get a bunch of people cards, get a bunch of people on your side, get to your double striking. Abzan Beastmaster. Listen, this is not a good card by itself. It would work for the deck where Gluntch has the biggest butt in the universe. I love the gaslighting aspect. I think you have the cards in here to do it well. For once, we actually have somebody who has the cards in their deck to bring about a concise win once they're ready to go. But holy f***, can you not draw them? you have a hard drive with 10 Bitcoin on it somewhere in your garage and you have no idea what box it's in. That's my overall impression of this deck. Generally well built, but you have to, like, look at this, holy shit, most responsible green player curve I have seen in my entire life. And so to avoid getting stuck on stuff, I like Discerning Financier. This is very much group hug card draw. Big mana sink, like it looks so expensive that people are gonna underestimate it, and I think that's good for the deck. You could do generic card draw stuff like Font of Mythos. Oh, hell yeah, you tempt with bunnies, dude. Where's Roger Rabbit? Get him in the cut right now. Easily done. Keep doing the Lord's work, Abraxas. I hope you're all enjoying the video. I'm going to take a moment now to thank some of the highest tier Patreon supporters who have made my terrible content possible. So may Yugi bless Badger King, Adam S, Solar Movie, Wolf Slicks 167, Biggest Dickus, Sussedin, Ico, Kyle, Jess HW, A-Dog 2064, Christian B, Crimson Viper, Ryan A, Otterfire, Bolus Brigade, Dad Out for Milk, I really should have done this top down, Derek H, Zelenor, Kyler P, Believe, Alarin, Zach G, Derek H, potentially again, Talamar Von Geist, Bo, Silky Wilkie, Bradley T, Bobby Joe Lord, Phelan, Troper, and also Otterfire, Zelenor, and Ryan A, because I really should have read this top down. And Beefcake. Thank you all very much, and enjoy the rest of the video. For those of you who are not familiar with the 4Bests game, their Rainbow series is trying to make the most insert color of all of the basic colors. We've seen a number of the monocolors so far. This is their red version, so I assume that it's just going to be a lot of pictures of crack cocaine and maybe one picture of the alleyway behind their local Arby's. Much like most red players, I got distracted from my game plan 5 minutes in and went to go set fire to some ants. That is the classic mono red strategy. All right, so Torbran. If a source you would control would flick somebody in the eyeball, you also get to kick them in the dick. Bounce lands are peak. You better not flip it. I swear to God, if you flip Mazzolanti in what better be a mono red Spellslinger deck, why do we have 15 non-permanent cards? Did you go, hey, Mazzolanti is a good card and then build a bad deck around it? Is this the ants we set fire to? Is this the like eyeglass that we're using to set fire to the ants? Okay, nick those, fine. Monocolor makes this funny. These two cards have been in every single deck so far. Top 10 Tarkir cards. Brass's Tunnel Grinder, good card advantage. Okay, creature ETBs. Ways to make creatures ETB. I don't know if by the reddest deck ever you really wanted to lean into red decks aren't very good, but you've done it. This card, just good. This is good for board clear. Sure, make things enter. Sure, steal. ETB, deal damage equal to devotion. Oh, Felden. Yeah, this is a maniac. Fanatic of Mogus ETB. I deal 5 billion. Torbran deals 2. I win. Okay, another, hey look, we could almost play draft with this. Our standard deck is about to go crazy. It seems like we are half in on things that would go better in a Spellslinger deck and half in on things that are just me when I pregnancy max. Neheb is Red Storm through and through. All he wants to do is float a bunch of mana and Spellsling. Krenko just wants to raise his kids. Now his kids might be a bunch of deranged murderers, but he is a present father. We may have run into the issue of, in attempting to make the reddest deck possible, we tried to do everything red is known for all at once at the cost of making a functional commander deck. Yeah, f it. This'll work. Bounce lands, baby. I'm discarding this. Eat. That's what you get for playing a bounce land. You lose your Praetor. All right, it's turn 3. We've done a whole lot of nothing. We're gonna Sundering Eruption, blow up our own bounce land. Turn 4, we can't do anything because we've been f***ed on lands and f***ed on our hand because we played terrible bounce lands. We will turn 5 play Krenko. We will turn 6, we will play Impact Tremors. I will tap Krenko. I will make 1 goblin. I will play Ortheon. No, I will play Torbran. I tap Krenko. I make 2 goblins. I poop somebody's pants. See, the thing is, I believe that this deck can win because Krenko and Impact Tremors are in the deck. Like these two, it's sort of like this deck at 100% power. Here, There's a line right here. This is the deck at 100% power. This is the deck at 99% power. And so I don't doubt that it's able to win games of Commander because Krenko Mob Boss is so overwhelmingly strong. Like some of these 2 and 3 card synergies are so overwhelmingly strong that they can just like pop out and show everybody and win the game. Oh yeah, stand or fall. At the beginning of your combat phase, separate all creatures defending player controls into 2 face-up piles. Only creatures in 1 pile can block. That's awesome. I would put that in there. Shared Animosity in here, just because 1, it is red. 2, this type of aggressive racism is definitely red. Like, I don't know too much about Krenko's lore. I know that he says slurs. This is a Meren deck that was last updated in a meaningful capacity around the release of Conspiracy Take the Crown. Game plan at that time was use Birthing Pod to get to Avenger of Zendikar, and then Craterhoof for the win. If you could not have crafted a better sentence to encompass why I hate the greens. Why I hate the green players so deeply. $500 for me to tutor into Craterhoof while a hot woman watches disparagingly. This is not our card draw section. Genesis Wave, 6 mana, 5 mana. I think the important thing to remember is that Goth Girl makes you forcibly give birth to a Craterhoof is a thing that I'm totally cool with. I take little responsibility for this one. Modern me would not have done this. Have you changed? Have you been to therapy since this, Ontario? I'm also going to flashbang everybody by saying circa 2016, almost a decade. Ontario could have changed as a person. Ontario has been through trauma since then. Ontario could have started and finished a PhD program in the time since they built this deck. They legitimately could have changed as a person. Because my gut reaction was 2016, you didn't have time to change, and then I went 9 years. So let's see what Baby Ontario wanted to do. Baby Ontario was a fucking sadist. Do you have any idea how much you have to hate the people around you to say, I'm gonna spend 5 mana just to make you start discarding? I realize this works with Meren of Clan Neltoth. That doesn't matter. I'm gonna pay more than my commander to barely advance my game plan. I'm just gonna make sure that you have to sit there empty-handed and empty-hearted as you watch me give birth over and over and over again. That's a trauma response on a card. This is not a trauma response. This is the trauma. This card right here is the trauma. We have both of the best sacrifice payoffs. Good dredge, generic good stuff. This tag should say 99. I don't know why I had these. I mean, for sure, sacrifice fodder. We're paying 5 mana just to get a 2/2 that rips the cards out of your hand, and I'm doing my land drop just to unramp you. I think targeted land hate is underplayed. It is, but there's so many lands that don't require you to surgically remove your own toenails. Real hater shit. This is how we convince people stacks is cool. This is how you convince a table that actually they should all be cops. And I want to be so clear, none of these are the wrong decision. They're only the wrong decision if you want to feel God's love or ever have a fulfilling relationship with another human. They're not wrong if you want to win at games of Magic the Gathering. This is like a greatest hits list of everything that makes somebody hate the Golgari. Wait, what is even this curve? Ah, yes, the mana table. I have a mana shelf upon which I place all of these really cool cards I like so much. We'll try to make this work, if only to expose your blatant lack of card draw back in 2016. We have Deathrite Shaman. He doesn't have fuel, but you know what? That's okay, because we're going to discard to hand size. What are we going to discard? We're going to discard this absolutely arrogant 6 mana check top 8. Now we can tap for 2 green. Let's try to play him. Oh no, somebody at our Magic the Gathering table knows the rules of Magic. We discard him. 3 green. We try to play him. Somebody at our table knows the rules of Magic. 4 green. I'm gonna piss, dude. Panharmonicon, baby. Turn 6. It's happening. Birthing Pod. 5 fucking green mana. It's time for male pregnancy. You have to have a 2 mana dork in here, right? You have to. We have to. You've got it, right? We will get the Sakura Tribe Elder. We will sacrifice him for a swamp. Turn 9. Meren time. We've used our 1 black mana. We are now stuck for the turn. I mean, I can't think of anything that is more quintessential for the new player experience than holy shit, all these cards are good. This is 100% a deck that was built as if you were Yugi Moto and you could just pick what order you drew every card in was. Ontario has gotten much better. Ontario submitted other decks. They have become a much more reliably shit-headed deck builder. This is Icarus, but instead of trying to fly to the sun, he's trying to tunnel to the center of the earth, and he's getting stuck in that cave upside down like that one guy. This is you. This is you right here. Is you trying to drill all the way down. It's called the Nutty Putty Cave. They should have renamed it to something hard. If I die in an area and they are calling it the Nutty Putty Zone is where I lost my life, I'm getting laughed out of hell. I know I'm not making it to heaven. They're going to clown me in hell for that. This is the most Minecraft creative mode deck I've seen from Ontario. I appreciate them being transparent and showing us the type of decks they built at the beginning of their journey as a Magic player and giving hope to the populace that if you're this silly that you think 4 cards with an average mana value of like 5, if you account for what the Exxon Genesis wave needs to be worth a damn, you think that's acceptable for your card draw section, you can heal. You just need to wait 9 years and start playing flubs. This deck might actually predate EDHREC. That would be more impressive if it did, because this looks like the seed material EDHREC scraped their Golgari section from. You are the person that EDHREC's AI plagiarized. Random Smasher Pass, by the way, dance for me, E-Clown. I am not surviving this encounter. God damn it, Maul inspired me with another deck idea. This translates to 14 out of 20 snips on the crab scale. I do know how to read crab binary. On end step, we make a 0/0 and put counters on it, where X is the number of differently named artifact tokens you control. Boring, obligatory ramp garbage. Normal green stuff and Soul Ring. 38 on categories. 35 lands is pretty reasonable. Bold strategy, Cotton. Either Gimbal's working or I'm going to land destruction myself. We're just gonna go to the playtest and we're gonna hit add token. We're gonna start scrolling. Oh, that's good. Brother has the Encyclopedia Britannica. This dude has to carry around a fucking fanny pack to play this deck. So Broker's Hideout. We need a plains. We need access. Wait, I'm gonna piss my pants, dude. We need a mountain. We can't get a mountain. Oh, I don't want to mull. No, I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna surveil. Okay, Peregrine Took will not save us. When it ETBs, we can do any color. So I think we use red to get House Gambit. Discard a card, then draw a card. Die Peregrine Took. So this, pass. And this is on 3 now, so reveal 5 non-land cards. So we get 2 treasures from revealing the 2 mana pair and the 4 mana pair. Okay, so we have 2 treasures now. We can't even spend it on our commander just because we have so many other problems to fix right now. I'm gonna do something that's gonna sound crazy. I'm gonna spend 1 treasure to get Dollhouse of Horrors. I'm gonna spend our last treasure to tap Dollhouse and get Sfella back out. You wanna know why? Because we go to this turn and Sfella is making us a fucking mana rock that does something. Boom. Play Hideout, get a mountain. Read the card out loud right now. Read the card out loud right now. This is the first commander deck I have playtested where I am feeling a legitimate sense of accomplishment overcoming the deck building to play any Magic the Gathering. I have never had to ball out this hard just to resolve my own cards, and I almost feel, it feels a little bit like playing Elden Ring. I feel like I'm beating an Elden Ring boss trying to fix my own mana in this hellscape of a deck. We have 2 blue on Whirler Rogue, so I will get an island to try to be able to play him. We can't fucking play our commander! Okay, so Whirler Rogue, we get Thopters, 1/1 Thopters. Mana problems who? Pay no attention to the man tapping out to make another any color rock. Gimbal, it's time. Now we have the 0/0 Gremlin. It has been 7 turns. I have set up a hand of Balatro with this one saga to get the treasures necessary to exile my own mana rock generator to fix the mana to on turn 7 create 1/5/5. I just want to see something. Jesus God, even Tempting Worm would be better. Okay, Felwar Stone. Okay, Triome. We get Third Path Iconoclast. Now we're cooking. So we just need to mulligan like a fucking madman. We just need to mulligan like an insane person. Kessig Wolf Run. Can we can Windfall. I'm gonna use all this dumbass colorless mana. We scroll down the 10 miles to treasures. Discard, seize the spoils, draw 2. We gotta have something like Herald of Secret Streams in here if we're trying to make those gremlin tokens work for us. Dog, we've got a 1/1 and a 4/4 on turn 6. These gremlins are on vacation. Immediately, this is a we did it not because we should. We did it because we could. If this is the type of deck I'm bringing into the world, I may need to quit making internet videos. I may need to retire if this is what I'm inspiring in the world.